The Jurassic World Rebirth Captivz have been found, including D-Rex, and you can even see quills on it. This is so awesome. So yes, these were found by Lil Roll, no stranger to the channel. I've actually sold them things before on eBay, and funnily enough, they bought these Captivz on eBay. So very awesome stuff. But yes, we get to see the D-Rex here. It's such a unique looking Captivz. I really like it. It's so cool. They managed to pull the 4 main ones, which is like, holy moly, this is, yeah, just the best for content. They even got Spinosaurus. So yeah, we'll just go down in terms of the most anticipated for the movie. So obviously D-Rex, now Spino. We can see in the background the other Spino with the more yellow sail on the Captivz card, and also the E-Sex boat that, you know, the Mosa attacks and all that stuff. And then obviously the main Spino is there on land. We don't see the third Spino at all, but you know, I assume it's there somewhere in the background. And also T Rex. How cool is this? It looks more green in this card. Maybe this is based on, you know, old versions of the T-Rex, because the head looks very different and stuff. But what's interesting is obviously in the trailer we see the T-Rex attack the family and stuff, so the Delgados. But here it appears to be attacking on a black raft Duncan Kincaid, Zora Bennett, and Henry Loomis. So I find that very interesting, you know. Maybe the T-Rex comes back later on in the movie whilst they're on rafts, or maybe this is when they hear the T-Rex roar, right? We do have that scene in the second trailer where they hear the different version of the T-Rex roar, which I do believe is the T-Rex, because we've heard what the Mattel toy sounds like. It's a much deeper, sort of different roar. So yeah, maybe they hear it, they go up on their raft up the river or something and save the family and come back. And then Mosasaurus also has a Captivz, except it's not versing the E-Sex boat, it's versing the sailboat that the Delgados are on. So I thought they came in a helicopter to the island, because we did know they were, you know, around a helicopter when they were filming. We'd seen it crash, so we're like, what the heck is this? But a ton of people have mentioned, yeah, there was a sailboat in behind the scenes filming, and that is obviously how the Delgados come to the Rebirth Island. And this helicopter has like really old remains on it, you know, almost like lots of decomposed skeletons in it. So it has to be very old, and I don't think the Delgados came in the helicopter anymore. I could be wrong, but I swear I remember hearing from someone that, you know, the Delgados crash on their helicopter from like a Quetzalcoatlus attack or something, but I guess I might be wrong. Anyway, Sinoceratops is depicted in Rebirth art form, and we can all have our doubts, you know, maybe it's not in the movie, but it is attacking the, you know, InGen vehicle, the main one we see in the movie with the O2 sign, the Warthog, I believe it is, or something else. I think, what was it, Matchbox gave it a different name. It's like the electric InGen vehicle or something like that, I don't know. But we see it attacking that vehicle, and there appears to be someone inside the vehicle. I believe it's Henry Loomis, I might be wrong, but yeah, this Sinoceratops is like a grayer color, kind of like the Camp Cretaceous ones, whereas mostly in the previous movies Sinoceratops has often always been, you know, green. So it feels like they're kind of trying to incorporate a few elements from the series here, like we might possibly get bioluminescent creatures, and yeah, then here we have the Rebirth Ankylosaurus. I was about to say something else, but we're getting to that in the next minute. Rebirth Ankylosaurus. So this really reminds me of the Dominion prologue Ankylosaurus, not in terms of just like, you know, shape and stuff, but the card art, the way it's, you know, drinking from the river, and it has a friend Ankylosaurus in the background. So I think it's just really cool. And can we all just like praise this new Ankylosaurus model? We first received it in JP30 for the big JP3 Ankylosaurus, and then we received it again for the big Bumpy and the small Bumpy in the Chaos Theory lineup, and now we're getting it again for Rebirth. And this is just so much better than the previous Ankylosaurus model we were getting. The JP3 Ankylosaurus that came out during Dominion was a bit, yeah, like it had some things going on with it. I'm not too sure. It was a bit crazy, but this is a beautiful Ankylosaurus. Really glad we're getting this one now. And yeah, I'm excited to see more. But then Kentrosaurus is in this lineup. I know. I wouldn't expect it in the movie, not at all. But then again, we are getting things like the bioluminescent creatures, and I think I said something else Camp Cretaceous related. I don't know, I forgot. Don't expect it in the movie though. But it is here on the card art. It looks like it's in some valley. This might even be repurposed from the Chaos Theory wave. We were meant to get wave 2, but apparently, according to rumors, that has been canned. So, you know, maybe Kentrosaurus was in that. It's been transferred over. And yeah, just look at it. We see it in a valley. Maybe it is Biosyn Valley, you know? Maybe Pierce is in Biosyn Valley. We keep saying Pierce. Pierce is not coming back. They're all just random Kentrosauruses now. Let's be real. But there's also like a bird up in the sky. So, you know, I don't know if that bird signifies anything. I really doubt it. But there's a bird nonetheless, and there's a Kentro in your Rebirth line. So enjoy that. But now, Jurassic World the game. Some people, hackers, you know, I don't condone hacking, but they've obviously shown more Mosasaurus footage, and we get to see it eat the shark the way the 2015 Mosasaurus did in Jurassic World. And I think it's so awesome, you know. Obviously, it probably won't be doing this in Rebirth because there's no shark on a crane for it to eat, but the fact we can see it in Jurassic World the game, you know. I remember when Mosasaurus first came out into this game in 2016, it was nostalgic times, you know. That was almost 10 years ago. I mean, the game's been out for what, like 10 years now. They're celebrating their 10th anniversary, so it's such beautiful stuff, you know, and it's so amazing to see stuff like this. I can't wait to see more Rebirth things come into this game, like D-Rex, the Spinos. Yeah, I'm sure they're well and truly working on it, considering, you know, there's a ton of stuff in the works, but we can't confirm if anything is coming. Some things might get scrapped, so we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, plushies, we are getting another Spinosaurus plushie, right? We've already seen the one with the small yellow stripes on it, but this one's got no stripes, no yellow at all. It's just a fully brown Spinosaurus, like that one render we saw that had no patterns on it at all. The 4th Spino that's not going to be in the movie. It could be, but who knows. And also T-Rex plushie. This one's less important. You know, if you want to get something, get the Spinosaurus plushie, because it's probably going to be the only merch we have of it where it doesn't have yellow on it. But this T-Rex one, it's a green T-Rex, so not really movie accurate. A little bit, but not too much. It's just your average T-Rex. But then we have a green Mosasaurus. Again, you know, they don't look too movie accurate, but they're theater plushies, so, you know, what you're going to do. I do really appreciate the Spino one, though. I think that looks cool, and I would personally get a hold of it. But anyway, make sure to watch up here. Thank you very much, a little roll, and I will see you later. Bye, everyone.